Hi, my name's Ian. I call myself the happy snappy chappy because I don't consider myself to be very technical or very clever with cameras. The best advice I ever got was if you can't take shots, take lots. So that's kind of what I did. So I took a lot and I got the camera, the first DSLR in 2009, and in 2014 I put this book together and it's just snaps. So we'll just whiz through that. You'll see that I do conventional photography as well, and that's kind of where I started. And then I got deeper into it and I wanted to do time lapse and night photography of the sky and stars and stuff like that. So I was looking for a kit. Then I came up with this thing that I wanted to film, and it's an avenue of trees, and I wanted to film it going up, and I couldn't get it done. I just couldn't get it how I wanted it. What I ended up trying to do was get a buddy of mine to hold a video camera while I drove through it, and that didn't work. So I put one on a tripod and just let it do its own thing. So let's just play that if I can find the play, and we can run this in the background while we're doing it. So the point was to be driving up this avenue of trees, right? Now let me just stop that there. I think you'll get the idea. Then I decided maybe a GoPro would do it. So I started looking at GoPros and 180 cameras and wide field of view things. Turns out the GoPro is only 177 degrees of view. So the better thing was to get one that had two lenses on it. And that's what the insta360 is. That's what it does. That's its speciality. It has two lenses. Now I've started this video with no lighting on. I'm just using daylight from two small windows. Let me put on a light so we can see better. Domestic incandescent light, it's not specialist lighting, but I thought it would show how good the camera is in low light. So there's the two lenses on it, and the software, the firmware inside the camera joins that together. Now it looks like a toy, don't underestimate it, it's clever stuff. And it joins the two, if you like, fisheye lenses together to give you 360. So on the wall here I have some of my photographs, old stuff, done, I don't know, 8-10 years ago. Flora, that's what I like to do. And here's a panorama, because I can't get enough of it. I'm always feeling with the camera, I'm looking through the world through a letterbox. So even with a panorama, I'd be putting it on its side and doing it to get it higher and stuff like that. So while I'm talking and recording on an insta360, I will spin it around, I will zoom in and out in the editor. So it's like having your own cameraman. So for a scene like this, where I'm driving along with a camera on a tripod, what I can't do is control the camera at the same time. But with the insta360, I can look out the side. And I actually put one on the car roof. I've got a sucker system. And that way I was able to look up as well, and you see all the branches coming at you, you know, like this, really nice. And then what I hadn't realised was that the top of the car, luckily I'd washed it, was reflecting the trees. So we were getting this kind of mirrored pattern of the trees going over us and under us, under the camera. So that was another, and then of course I could look out the back of the vehicle. So it just blew my mind. The first time I took one for a wee walk up to the shop when I got it, I was still thinking GoPro, you know, just a wide angle lens, but this 360, it's kind of like, instead of taking a flat photograph, you're getting an image sphere. You're getting a photographic bubble. I think this is a good demonstration of it. But you can then take a window of what you want to see. They call it framing. So you frame the thing after in the editor. So a lot of the clever stuff happens in there. A good example for that, and unfortunately I don't know if I've done one, but Here's one that'll do. It's kind of like saying that you've got your framing window is like an elastic band that you can stretch or whatever. You can have the whole thing. You can upload the whole thing as photographs, as 360 photographs or 360 video. And that's what blows my mind about this thing. So connect via Wi-Fi, connect now. And you can do it obviously with your phone as well, so you can use the iPhone or an ordinary phone, and hopefully that'll come back. Ah yes, it's come back. I want to see me. So here's this thing where I can spin it around and I can focus on me and then talk to camera. I can also zoom in and out a wee bit. Now the problem with that type of camera is it has no aperture. It's a fixed aperture all the time. So that's one less thing to worry about. So just whack it on auto and go record and then set and forget. It will also do time lapse. Fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. And it will also do low light, so it will do stars, which I'll show you in a minute. There's so much that I want to show you, and I think examples would be great. So we can move it around, and you have seen that as I moved the view with the editor to look at the panorama and look at these and look at me and look at the sphere and look at this screen. So let's have a look at the stars and we'll bring it up to full thing. I maybe want to get the music off, so I'll stick the music off and then bring it up to full screen. So you can see that going off. There's time lapse, there's the moon going down, here's the stars moving over. And this was just the culmination of a long period of research. And then I captured the aurora as well, so I was really chuffed with that. There's the Orion going past. You can do overhead views. And I'll edit this in so that you can see the actual real thing rather than looking from the camera. And it also does star trails. So there's the pole star, because everything's going round that, right? So the systems are different. This is the 1RS, which I think is obsolete. I can't get batteries for it, which is a shame, but luckily I bought 3 when I got the camera. This is the older X3, which is waterproof to a depth of something like 6 or 10 meters. Do I trust it? Maybe not so much. However, being an ex-commercial diver and recreational diver, I had to get the dive case. So there's the dive case, so we could pop it in there and put it on a stick or a string and drop it in the river. And I haven't got around to doing that yet, but I'm looking forward to trying that. So it comes with a couple of tabbies in to stop it steaming up. Other accessories you're going to want for it are going to be, there's the dive selfie stick, great thing. End comes off and you can pop your car keys or your cigarettes or whatever in here to keep dry during your dive, and clip it onto your kit or wrap it around your wrist. I've got a powered selfie stick and other selfie sticks. I don't have them to hand, but a very useful thing I've found is to get a box of camera screws. Here's just 360 stuff going off in the background. You'll see the aurora in a minute. How's my time? That's been 10 minutes. Hope I'm not boring you. And with these camera screws, I also got myself a box of clamps. So I can make up all sorts of things with those, and you can clamp clamps to things like clamp it to your desk or your car window or your car mirror or your bicycle, motorbike handlebars, as well as of course putting it on a selfie stick and waving that around while you're walking or cycling or riding a horse or whatever. So I've got a bunch of them. Highly recommend getting some clamps and some camera screws because they're quite light, so they go on the end of a selfie stick just nice. I'll need to get a selfie stick so I can wave one around. So here's the aurora coming up now, And my buddy said, nah, I'm giving up, the clouds are here. But I checked the weather forecast and it said they were due to clear. So there becomes a crack in the cloud. And here's the 360 down Newborough, looking across the Tay to Dundee. And we've got the full sky, and there's the aurora. I've edited out the bits that were active in the screen because, remember, I had a whole sphere, photosphere to work with. That was the first time I'd ever used the 1RS to do the aurora, and I didn't expect such a good result, so I did actually end up taking some stills with my phone as well. But later on I did get some fantastic shots which I'm very proud of, and I worked hard to get these, I promise you. I was checking the weather forecast and or going out. So we get the aurora and it's in 360, so I can drag that down and look, that's looking directly up, or we can spin it around and we can look to the north where we see the aurora. And this was the big May the 5th event. So there's the aurora going off, doing its thing. And that was taken with the 1RS. The one I'm using to film myself just now is the new X5, and I love it. It's got extra features and it's beautiful. I really love this camera, and it does so much. I can do so much with it. And as I say, because you can stick it on a selfie stick and set and forget, you can go away and do something else. So I'll go out and take other photographs with my phone, or you could be controlling it with your phone, and then you can save things. Now you can edit it on the phone, or you can edit it on the desktop. So the kiddies that go skiing and mountain biking and stuff, they like to sit in their tent and do it on their phone, and it's a fantastic editor. So I can zoom out or in. Now there's a limit to that because it's obviously a digital zoom, but I think the texture in these buildings are quite good. Yeah? So we could, from that, adjust our image and say, let's get a tree on either side, and we'll treat it like a wide angle lens. And we're only looking at half the picture there, because if I turn it round, it's caught everything behind me as well. So there's a number of ways we could shoot that just from that one still image. So we could say, okay, there's the image that sort of everybody was taking. And I might want to snapshot that and then edit it somewhere else to level it up. Or I could say, let's come back and get the tree in the middle and get the clock tower in too. And again, we'd probably want to we'd send that out as a snapshot. But I've also got the sky and stuff. I've got some nice skies. It was a nice day that day. I enjoyed it. Nice being out. And there's a number of ways we can do it. So let's see what we did with some of these other shots. Let's get the video up, and I think it must be that one. So we've got the sounds that were going on ambient. This van came down, drove around the building and then headed straight at me. So this is the sequence that I took for the video, walking round, and then I've edited it. So I'll just put the sound off and let that run, and then the van comes round the corner and then heads straight at me, so I've had to stop and get out of the way. Now if I stop the video there, so in the video edit it jumps because I'm like, whoa, and I just slung it together, just a rough edit. I'm not the BBC, come on. So there's that van coming right at me, so I can look round any direction. What these yellow markings are these are called, I'll put one in and then I'll realise what it's called. Keyframes, that's what they're called. And in the keyframe I can change the way I'm looking at this. So I can look at it as the crystal ball, like I did, or I can look at it as a tiny planet, like I da. And I can still adjust that and do stuff with it, and okay, let's have the tree at the bottom, or let's have the tree at the side or the top, and then we can zoom in or out on it to some extent. And there's me, there's your happy snappy chappy with his invisible selfie stick. In some of the shots you'll see the shadow of the selfie stick, that's not invisible at all. Or we can put it into mega view which is pretty much adjusted for straight edges, or we have an ultra view and a de-warp. So you can see the difference. Go ultra, de-warp, and it kind of fixes it. So it's clever. So it's great for the Aurora, it's great for time lapse, it's great for star lapse, it's great for stills, it's great for videos, and it's great to put on the top of your car or your motorbike, because technically it was designed as an action cam like the GoPro. Okay, that's all. Sorry it went on a bit long. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Really would appreciate a like if you could be bothered visiting my YouTube channel or Facebook page, where you'll find these video clips that I used as part of the demo, and also a load of photographs, hundreds of them, thousands maybe, on my Facebook page, both called Happy Snappy Chappy. Cheers, bye, happy snapping. Oh, that's terrible, Ian. That might be my strapline though. That's new.